Hello, my Earthling peeps out there. I've got another message that I've been feeling guided to give. And this topic is about um, why love and hate at the same time cannot exist in that same place in you and then expect to um, raise your frequency, your vibration. If you say that you are empathic and you have love and you're sending that out and wanting to open your heart to the higher beings and that ETs, the angelics, and that if you are saying that, but at the same time, the other side of you has all this hate or this anger of like, well, uh, I don't like this group of people. I don't know them, but I don't like them. I think this and this because I believe these stereotypes about them. Or maybe it's a person that you have a personal grudge with. Maybe they wronged you, and that does not mean that it's okay and justifies their actions if they did something that was really, hurtful to you. But if you go into um, this idea that, hey, well, it's okay because I'm sure that these higher beings and that are going to agree with me. I feel justified in disliking this person or this group of people. That's not how it works. Either you are all about love and acceptance and understanding, or you have conditional love. Okay, now that doesn't mean that, like I said, that means it justify uh, if someone is out and harming someone else and that literally harming others, and that means that you're going to just sit there and become their best friend, right? And that you don't have to love their actions if they're out harming someone, really hurting somebody. No, but you don't even have to, how should I put it? You don't have to personally go out of your way and say, well, I'm just going to, um, you know, like them, or, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to like them necessarily, but we are supposed to be about love and uh, accept that they are going through whatever it is they're going through, and we don't have to agree with their actions and that. But when you hold hate and grudges in your heart, and trust me, it's not easy to do. I know this. I'm the first one to tell you. There's many times I will sit there and be so disgusted at this. I mean, we're human, right? And that we all judge. We're not supposed to judge, but we do. And that we don't know everybody's backstory, but we feel like we do. And especially when we don't agree with their actions. But here's the problem. Again, love and hate cannot exist in the same space. So in order to when you're wanting to raise your vibration. So if you are saying, well, I'm all about this and this, and I'm sure that these beings I'm connecting to feel the same way. If they are higher frequency beings, they do not. Then unfortunately, any beings that you feel like are it's so much in agreement with you, in agreement with your anger and your hate, are not going to be of a higher frequency. No matter how they might try to portray themselves, you are not connecting to a higher vibration. Okay, and this keeps your soul from evolving. So it's really, really important. Like I said, you don't have to like somebody, you know what I mean? You don't have to go out and be their best bud, but you do have to have love for, how do I put it? And that's not easy, okay? Because when we're talking about this, let me give an example, okay? I had something horrific happen to me when I was 17 years old. Now, I don't like the perpetrators, okay? But I'm not going to hate them. I'm sending them love. Let me put it that way, okay? It's not that I just have this deep love for them for what they, the monsters that they were, okay? But I can send love to them. I can send sympathy for them being stuck, because they are stuck in that lower vibration, okay? And they can't get out of it as long as they continue to hurt and harm others like myself who they harmed, right? That was a very, very, very difficult understanding for me to come to, okay? But, I realized I'm not forgiving their actions, okay? I am forgiving that they have some huge, deep flaws in their choices and the things that they have done that have made them into this miserable existence that they are in, and they are stuck in, and they are not going to get out of until they finally realize the pain and suffering that they've inflicted on not just myself, but people like myself. And they're going to have to go through that same kind of pain and suffering that they inflicted on others. So that's what I'm trying to say. So I think it's really, really important that, and like I said, I'm not putting myself on some kind of pedestal here. It is one of the most difficult challenges as a human that we have to go through, is being able to have love for people that we have either wronged us or, like I said, I don't mean like somebody who's going out and murdering this person and murdering that person. Yes, it is a very hard thing to do. How can you sit there? I can't even sit there and say, oh, I love you, man. That you've gone out no, but you can send them love. Okay, there's a difference. Okay, you don't have to like them. You don't have to say, hey, I love that this horrible person that you are being, and that absolutely not. But I can send you love. I can send you love, and that because and have sympathy for you, because I realize that I am not going to take on your hate, your anger, your miserable energy that you are putting out in this world. I'm not going to take on that, okay? So I'm going to send you love and hope and pray that somehow, one way or another, it's going to finally sink in that you can't go around and do these terrible, terrible things and think that you are winning somehow, because you're not. And that's how I've had to understand, even for my own thing. And it's not easy. Like I said, I still do it. I still, get so angry at someone. I've lashed out. There's nothing wrong with being angry, but it's holding on to that anger, and it's holding on to, this disdain that you have, and that, because as long as you do that, you're keeping your soul's vibration from being able to rise above it and evolve. And so it's not easy, that's why we incarnate, and we're not always the good guy either. I can guarantee you, I know for a fact that I have not always been a good soul. I've had soul lifetimes where I have, engaged in the dark and that. And because of that, I'm having to go through some of the painful things that I inflicted on others. Okay, every one of us. I don't believe there's a soul out there that has just been the beautiful, kind, sweet, loving soul they are, because what then would be your purpose then for incarnating over and over and over again if you were the perfect soul, right? Nobody is. So anyways, that's my message that I felt guided to give today, that not like I said, not from me, but what the information I've been being given is that in order for us, and our species, and that for us collectively to evolve, we have to remove from ourselves all that hate and judgment that we feel justified to throw out there, because it does nothing. It does absolutely nothing. We have to find a way to become love. Okay? I hope that makes sense for you guys. And that was my message, and that I was, like I said, it's not, you know, I do feel it and I do resonate with it, but I felt being guided to give, because the reason I say that is because, like I say, you know, I am also, you know, I have my days in that where I'm struggling with that, especially with some of the horrible things that I see going on in this world. It's not easy. Okay, so I'm right there with you guys. All right, but I am gonna do one thing, like I always do with my end of my videos. I'm sending love to all of you, whether you agree or even if you disagree with me, it's totally fine. I'm still going to send love to you, whether you like me or you dislike me. It's okay. You know, I'm still going to send love. All right. Have a great one, guys. Have a wonderful, blessed, and amazing day. See you later.